Let me guess. It was a trap.
One of Skavik's old flames tried to kill me.
I'm not even gonna ask. If there's one thing I hate, it's phony distress calls. They make spacers too paranoid to answer the real ones.
I'll always do what I can for my fellow spacers.
Very noble. I wonder how much trouble that policy will buy us. Let's get out of here. Deep space gives me the creeps. I've set up some new deals on Alderaan and Tatooine. Ready to deliver the rest of this cargo?
Can't wait to meet the buyer of that severed head.
Then I recommend setting course for Alderaan first. Let me know when we're there. Welcome to the Bantha tail end of space, otherwise known as Tatooine. Hope you enjoy heat, Captain. It's the closest you'll get to landing on a sun, unless you're really unlucky.
What cargo am I delivering to this flaming dust ball?
No delivery here, only a pickup. We're here because of a crime lord named Diago Hickson, the closest thing Noctrayan ever had to a rival. Diago was always trying to one-up Nock. They fought for territory, bragging rights, and the occasional woman. The battles were legendary.
What's all that to me?
Diago celebrated Nock's death by raiding one of his storehouses, stole an advanced Grease sensor computer, priceless technology. To find Noctrayan's fortune, we need to pry that sensor computer out of Diago's sticky fingers.
That could be trouble.
I haven't even gotten to the trouble yet. No one's seen Diago in years. He only communicates through his lieutenants. One of those lieutenants, a Nicto named Two Creek, promised to help. You need to meet him.
He must want something in exchange for helping us.
Two Creek wants fame. I promised I'd tell everyone he helped find Noctrayan's riches. If you run into Diago, watch your back. He makes Skavik look like a Jedi Padawan.
Does my favorite starship thief know about this deal?
Some things I kept from Skavik, just in case. This is one of them. Two Creek owns a club in the desert outside Anchorhead. He's expecting you. Good luck, Captain.
Ah, Risha's business partner, here at last. Impressive. I'm honored she felt the need to make a show of strength. She must think very highly of me.
If you smell anything else, let me know.
I'm sorry to say this, but you've come at a bad time to do business. Things are tense.
You promised that sensor computer, and you're gonna deliver it.
Honoring my promise is difficult under such dangerous conditions.
Hey, pretty face! You don't belong here.
I'm not looking for any trouble.
Then you definitely don't belong here.
Excuse me, but I suddenly feel an urge to put away all the breakable things.
I'm only a weary traveler. There's plenty of room here for both of us, my friend.
You're not my friend, got it?
Now this is a matchup I can't wait to see.
Hear that? You don't have any friends here.
You want to leave me alone. You want to stop noticing me.
You're really starting to annoy me. Men? Let's show pretty face what we do with people who annoy me.
If you want to pick a fight, why not pick me?
You got a big mouth. I'm gonna enjoy shutting it. Men! Kill them both!
I wish this hadn't ended in violence, but it was brave of you to intervene.
Not the sort of place I expect to meet a Jedi.
It's only the second time I've visited an establishment like this. The other time also ended badly. My name is Nariel Prydence. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm looking for Vaveron Zare, an agent of evil and servant of the Sith Empire. Have you heard of her?
Whoever Zare is, I bet she's not nearly as gorgeous as you.
Zare is a being of vast darkness, and a grave threat to the galaxy. I hear she's taken an interest in the local underworld, so I came to observe these criminals and gain information.
Stick with me, sweetheart. I'll find the Zare before sundown.
That's kind, but I can't place you in harm's way. I sense you're destined for greater things than consorting with common criminals. I must continue my search for Vaveron Zare. May the Force be with you.
I thought she'd never leave. Look at this mess. Our gang has enough problems without Jedi chasing Sith through our territory.
The infamous Diago Hickson has trouble?
Our organization is under attack by a gang of Geonosians. Last week they took over our spice warehouse. Killed everyone, including a fellow lieutenant who had the only way of contacting Diago.
What's a Geonosian?
Overgrown insects with heavy weapons and bad attitudes. They're sitting on what we need. Diago hates it when we bother him. He got so angry, he killed a crate dragon, gave us lieutenants one fang to share. Only the lieutenant with the crate dragon fang can speak to Diago, and you helped kill the men I was sending to get it.
You got a brilliant plan, right?
The way I see it, this is at least partly your fault. If you want your sensor computer, get me that crate dragon fang.
It's been a while since I broke a sweat. Might be fun.
My deceased associate kept the fang at the spice warehouse. Place is crawling with Geonosians. Won't be easy. Discouraging those Geonosians from sticking around will give us leverage with the boss. Just a suggestion. I'm heading for Diago's summer palace at these coordinates. Meet me there with the crate dragon fang.
You finally responded to my provocation. I was expecting a bit more. Is that absurd little trophy the reason Diago sent you?
You got a name?
My name is Vaveron Zare. I'm interested in discussing a bargain with Diago Hickson.
I'm trying to get a meeting with Diago myself.
Yes. It's easier to get an appointment with the Dark Council. I've been prodding Diago for weeks. Raid a business here, kill a lieutenant there. But it's like he hasn't noticed. I thought sending the Geonosians to raid this operation would surely draw him out. But all I've got is you.
Get to the point.
I'm seeking a small crimson box. One curio of many in Diago's personal collection. I'll give him whatever he wants for the box. But I need to arrange a meeting. Can you do that?
What do I get if I help you? I'm not stupid, Bodar. Nod and smile with me, all right?
For your assistance, you'll receive a gift few beings ever enjoy. The pleasure of my company. And don't deny that you desire me. I'm the closest you'll ever get to perfection. I offer the chance of a lifetime. All I ask is that you arrange a meeting for me with Diago.
We can work something out. How do I contact you?
I scanned your holofrequency. I'll contact you. Don't take too long arranging things. or I'll have to employ more aggressive means of getting Diago's attention.
Relax. Everything's gonna be alright.
Hello again. I was afraid you might have forgotten our agreement, so I sent some friends to jog your memory.
Call off your attack dogs, lady.
Gladly. All you have to do is honor your commitment. You promised to arrange a meeting for me with Diago. I want it. Now.
Diago's at a place called the Light Spring. I'll send you the coordinates.
See? That wasn't so hard. I just sent the all-clear signal to my soldiers. They're retreating as we speak. Oh. Or perhaps not.
What's the matter? They can't find the exit?
Not exactly. Apparently, little Neriel has decided to poke her lightsaber where it doesn't belong. She's killing my soldiers at the palace's main door. Be a dear and throw her off our trail. Then meet me at the Light Spring. I'll see you there. They wouldn't surrender. Why don't they ever surrender?
Let's get some fresh air and talk about your feelings.
That's unnecessary. Although I'm used to conflict, it still affects me. I'm disappointed to see you in this place after our last conversation. I thought you'd learned to stop associating with criminals. Why are you here?
You following me, Jedi?
I heard about this palace back at the club. I came hoping to find Vaveron Zare, but it seems I've just missed her. If you know anything about the Sith's current whereabouts, please tell me.
Zare's headed for the desert, to an underground well called the Light Spring.
You did the right thing informing me of this. Stay here. When I confront Zare, it will be a horrific battle. You won't want to be around. May the Force be with us both. Farewell.
Perfect solitude for a year. Now, 4 interruptions in a day. Frustrating.
I didn't lead the Jedi or the Sith here, boss. I don't know how they found you.
Sorry. I've been a real chatterbox lately.
Are you insane? Why would you lead them here?
Why do I get the feeling you're playing us against each other? Can't believe you'd jeopardize your reward from me.
Reward? What's she talking about?
Consider Zare a gift, gorgeous. Anything you want, I can deliver.
You have no idea the danger you've put yourself in.
Empty chatter. Like fingernails on transparent steel. I will silence. Who is that?
Captain, haven't heard from you in a while. Everything all right?
I've got a Jedi and a Sith fighting over me, but I only have eyes for you.
Nothing you say makes any sense.
Poor Neriel. She's never been kissed.
Such a professional. Who could resist?
Oh, beautiful girl. So beautiful.
Wait, is that him? You're with Diago?
I want to see her again. Now!
Stop pushing me. I'm not your droid.
It wasn't a request. You bring her to me, or I take her from you.
Diago dear, I can offer you so much more. Just as soon as we rid ourselves of this Jedi.
Afraid to fight me alone, Sith?
Silence! The only voice here should be mine.
Diago, you're every bit the monster Vaveron Zare is. You will both pay.
You want to kill the Jedi.
You want to drop your weapons.
If I drop my weapons, how can I help you?
You won't live long enough to regret this.
No more! I find a beautiful girl myself! Droids! Kill everyone!
But I didn't do anything!
Everyone!
Zara had flash and sizzle, but you're a natural beauty.
You must learn to look beyond appearances. I see now why Zare thought this box was worth killing over. Thank the Force we stopped her. This is a Sith holocron. It was created centuries ago by a powerful Dark Lord called Darth Nihilus.
You're not gonna go all Sithy just by holding it, are you?
It doesn't quite work like that, but your concern is duly noted. I'll ensure this relic remains safely hidden from Zare's allies. The Empire must never access the terrible secrets contained here. My ship is waiting nearby. I should go. We've saved countless lives today.
You can't leave Tatooine without giving me a goodbye kiss.
All this time, you've wanted a display of physical affection? I don't know what to say. Perhaps, if I were not a Jedi. Goodbye. May the Force protect you.
Not Drayen, not Drayen, that's all I hear. What was it like to fight not Drayen? The next time some fool asks me that, I'll bury this holo recording in his forehead and play it back for the survivors. Not Drayen was never a true gangster. Not like me. He just pretended. People think I fought him because he was more successful. Because he made me number 2. Because he stole my wife. Lies! I fought him because he was no more a gangster than I am a senator. Nock was a con artist. The whole underworld was his mark. He was using us for something. Don't know what. But I do know he never gave a damn about being king of the underworld. It was all just a game. At least that pile of filth is finally dead. I raided his storehouse just to be sure. He never came. I'm still alive and he's not. I won. You hear that, Nock? I won.
I'm sure I'd see you alive again, much less with that sensor computer. How did you get it?
Diago Hickson passed away unexpectedly. Left me a generous inheritance.
He's dead? Good. I mean, for your reputation. Sorry I didn't get a chance to chat with him before he died. My holo malfunctioned.
Really? You had technical difficulties?
Happens all the time. The suns here play havoc with comm frequencies. With that sensor computer installed, this freighter will be a first-rate scout vessel. I'll patch it into the ship's rectenna before takeoff. You should notice a difference right away.
If that gear breaks something on my ship, I'm holding you responsible.
For someone who just outsmarted the notorious Diago Hickson, you sure are grumpy. Let's leave this sandball in our rear thrusters, Captain. Nock Drayen's fortune is out there waiting for us. Alderaan certainly is the prettiest world on our itinerary. Don't let all that breathtaking scenery fool you, though. This is the most dangerous planet of the core worlds. The nobles here could teach the Sith a few things about backstabbing and assassination.
Backstabbers and assassins? I'll fit right in.
Up to a point. The nobles won't let you forget that you're beneath them. Every so often, the noble families spill their bloodlines fighting for the throne. The current succession war is the bloodiest on record. Since the Empire arrived to put its own puppet in charge, there's no telling who will come out on top.
Local politics put me to sleep. What's our business here?
Your first delivery is a piece of glaze cake. All you have to do is escort that antique power droid to House Organa's castle. Since House Organa runs this spaceport and their castle is right around the corner, dropping off the droid should be a quick run.
The droid's my first delivery. What's the second?
One deal at a time, Captain. Let's focus on dumping that bucket of bolts. The droid belongs to a couple of young nobles, Len Turan and his sister Sidonia. Decent people, all things considered.
Got it. I'd better get moving. With a woman named Risha for this droid. I'm here to collect.
Welcome home, you ugly little thing. I mean the droid, of course.
This is no time for your juvenile jokes. We should properly introduce ourselves. I am Lady Sidonia Terran, Herald of the Gold Aurora.
And I'm her brother, Lord Len Turan, Warden of the Eternal Flame. Please call me Len.
What should I call your beautiful sister?
Seti. She loves that.
Please don't listen to my brother. He has the unfortunate quality of being an idiot.
What did he say?
The Wookiee thinks you're cute.
Purely platonic, I hope?
My brother and I are all that remains of House Turan's noble bloodline.
One of Alderaan's more reprehensible pedigrees, House Bayless, slaughtered our family and seized all our holdings.
You still have this old clanker, for whatever it's worth.
This droid holds new hope for us, literally. Centuries ago, our ancestors hid something inside it for safekeeping.
Pirates absconded with the unfashionable machine generations ago. Tracking it down has consumed our family since before we were born.
What that droid contains will rebuild House Turan. But we need instructions to safely open the hidden compartment. It's rigged to explode, you see.
The instructions are at our family's estate, now occupied by House Bayless's forces. Without those instructions, we can't pay you.
There must be plenty of mercenaries willing to go steal those codes.
We've hired 37 professional thieves. None has returned. Perhaps they formed a club.
The instructions we need are in a datapad of Turan family history at our estate's library. If you retrieve that datapad, we'll add a substantial bonus to your payment.
And there are some additional family heirlooms we'll pay you handsomely to recover while you're there.
What am I looking for, exactly?
They'll be the valuable-looking things surrounded by guards.
Len, it's time for your meeting with House Organa. Don't keep their counselors waiting this time.
You just want this handsome stranger to yourself. Next time, dear sister, you get to beg our hosts for their table scraps.
What are you waiting for? An invitation?
I'll try not to come back too soon, dear sister.
I couldn't face another dreary meeting with House Organa's counselors. Thank you for sparing me.
I've been looking forward to a private chat since I got here.
I'll try not to disappoint you. When I was a girl, I dreamed of adventuring among the stars. What's it like, living that life?
Come to my ship and see.
That would generate no end of gossip. This is already quite a breach of etiquette, you know. An off-world man calling on a lady in private. People will talk.
Face it, you can't resist me.
I'm often drawn to things I'm not supposed to have. Regardless, I've kept you from your business long enough. Please, take care of yourself out there.
Are filling the hollow frequencies of a daring robbery at our old estate. You've set a lot of tongues wagging.
House Bayless is missing a datapad from their new library.
I'll let my dear sister have the honors. Never could decipher that blasted thing.
It's a simple code, woven through the genealogical entries. You just have to assemble the letters correctly, Len.
You're obviously the brains of this family, Sidonia.
She's also very talented on the violflute. Oh, and a gardener, and a poet, and...
Len, do shut up. According to this, we must pry open the droid's ventral servomotor housing and disable its lateral conduits. The holochip is hidden within a false power storage unit behind a detonite charge, entering the disarm code. I've got it! After all these centuries, we finally have our proof. The information on this holochip proves House Turan is owed a considerable number of credits. When the other families hear of this, we will reclaim our status among the nobility.
All that from a little holochip.
It's shocking what they can fit on those things.
Then take this data and have it authenticated by the Royal Council. I'll see to our benefactor's payment.
I'm sure you will, dear sister.
I suppose you'll be leaving soon. You don't seem like a man who stays in one place for long.
I always have time for a gorgeous lady.
There's a charming crudeness to your romantic gestures I can't help admiring. One advantage to being an honored guest at House Organa is access to their finest food and drink. I can arrange a special meal for the two of us. We'll eat and talk about your adventures.
What happens when I run out of stories?
Why don't we start a conversation and see where things lead? Follow me to the parlor. We'll pour ourselves a drink while we wait for the food. Aren't you glad you decided to stay?
Why don't you leave all this behind, Sidonia?
That's more tempting than you know. But my place is here. I owe it to my family's legacy. I promised myself a long time ago I would live my life without any regrets. Thank you for letting me keep that promise.
Any other promises I can help you keep?
Thank you, but no. This datapad contains your payment for delivering the droid. It's the schematic for a powerful anti-radiation shield invented by House Turan. The shield will protect your starship from lethal cosmic rays. You should give the datapad to your business partner, Risha.
What's she gonna do with it?
Build the shield, I believe. I assumed you knew all this. I also have your reward for recovering our family's heirlooms. I'm especially grateful for those. You risked your life for House Turan, and we'll never forget that. Farewell.
House Turan schematic. Perfect. That wasn't too bad, was it?
That Sidonia was really something.
Is she your type, Captain? Interesting. She always seemed a little cold-hearted to me. Your next delivery is to take that head in the jar to a sniveling little stuffed shirt named Pima Ahuf. Pima is at House Alda's estate. You'll have to sneak through some tough battle zones to get there.
What else do you know?
They're Alderaa's original rulers. They've lost most of their political power, but none of their snootiness.
Can't wait to ditch that creepy head. I swear its eyes follow me around the cargo hold.
This is one delivery I recommend keeping covered. Let's not upset the locals any more than we need to. Good luck, Captain.